My name is Nigel Silito. Welcome to another episode of Financial Bites. Sorry about background noise, but I'm outside Rowley's, a well-known steak and fries restaurant. It's here in Central Park, DIFC. The first one was actually set up some 50 years back in St. James in London. It's a very well-known, respected establishment. They set up here in DIFC some 7 months back. So let's go inside, review the food, and see who my special guest is. So maybe, Mike, you can just kick off by quickly introducing yourself to those who are watching this video, your career today. I think you've had 20 years with Morningstar so far, but how did your career start those couple of decades back?
Yeah, actually, it's as with many things, there's an element of luck and chance to the whole thing. So at school, I had the option of physics or economics. I wasn't very good at physics. I was much better at economics. So I took that path, and through then that link to commerce and studying economics at university, I ended up with a job analysing fund managers, which got me onto the whole world. And this is back in the 80s. So I've been doing this really for about 40 years in terms of investing. And that's fascinating, seeing how the best investors make decisions across asset classes, and it kind of made me want to be an investor as well. So over my career, I've developed from that research to actually investing money as a strategist, asset allocation, multi-asset investor, but also various types of research on funds, on markets, alternative investments, strategic asset allocation. So all of those things have led to what I'm doing now.
Great. And what brings you to sunny Dubai?
Well, who wouldn't want to come to Dubai? So Dubai, we want to really be able to offer people a better choice in terms of investment options. I think this is a fast-growing region with lots of people who are coming here. Pretty limited options in terms of where they put their savings. And Morningstar is a global powerhouse. We want to be able to offer a high-quality investment savings proposition to advisors and for their clients.
Got it. And I know you are appearing on Bloomberg Middle East Wednesday. By the time everyone's seen this, you would have been on that show. So what are your asset allocation recommendations at the moment? Maybe your top three for anyone watching this.
Yeah, I think we still feel that emerging markets are a better place at the moment than developed markets. On a longer term view, we tend to think about investing from the perspective of investors reaching their financial goals and thinking about the journey they're on to achieve that over the long term. So as we sit here today, I think the challenge for investors is the markets are very concentrated and they're very sensitive to what happens to artificial intelligence and the pricing of certain companies, which effectively are being given the benefit of the doubt that they will be the dominant players, that they will be the winners.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Well, let's tuck into our first course. We are at Rowley's, which is renowned for steak and salad. So there's not going to be much variety in what we're going to present. But please do tuck in. Bon appetit. Mike, I'd like to ask every guest the same three questions. And the first one is, if Morningstar was a dish, what would it be and why?
I'm going to say chicken noodle soup.
Okay, that's
and
the
the
first.
reason I'm going to say that is when we think about our role for investors, we think particularly today there's a need for a trustworthy long-term partner who's going to be good for your financial health. So the analogy here with the chicken noodle soup is really something which you can rely upon. It's dependable. It has all the things that you need, and it's going to be appropriate for everyone.
Great. I like that very much. Thank you. And what about the one trend in investment management that you believe is overhyped and the one trend that isn't getting enough attention?
Very simple. The overhyped trend is crypto. Unsurprising given the seal of approval and indeed financial benefit gained by President Donald Trump. The overlooked area is value investing. When people see the price of investments rocketing, the behavioral tendency that kicks in is to assume that that will continue. And of course, in doing so, they've usually missed the boat. The price is too high, and the future returns accordingly suffer. At the same time, you get overlooked investments, which can offer great returns because the price is so low that it embeds a lot of pessimism. So that, to us, is the key thing people are overlooking, and we're very happy they are, because it gives us an opportunity to find those terrific potential future opportunities.
Great, thank you. And if we just touch on our event, which you're speaking at on Wednesdays, called Wealth Exchange, you're part of a panel which is looking at private versus public markets. Private markets have been spectacularly strong over here, and many private market businesses have set up shop in the UAE. What's your attitude towards public versus private?
It's a part of the pool of assets that investors can access, and it's becoming more accessible. And so that is a good thing. Now, whether it's the right time to allocate more money and what is the right amount of money to have are completely separate questions. So there's a lot of effort and resourcing and research that Morningstar has put into providing that independent view on private market assets. So we're very proud to be able to do that, but that's not the same as saying this is the right time to charge into it. But what is good is that people now have more choice.
Great, thank you very much. How many are in your team?
So globally, we've got over 100 folks in the investment team.
Okay.
That includes our multi-asset research team. It includes the portfolio managers who are running the money all over the world. And on top of that, we work very closely with our colleagues in Morningstar Equity Research. There's another 120 folks there.
Okay.
Colleagues in Morningstar Manager Research, 140 folks there. We also have DBRS, which is a bit of a secret. Don't tell anyone. It's the fourth largest credit rating agency in the world. So we work closely with them. They're specialists in debt issued by companies, governments, and also securitized debt. So we have access to all of those things. On top of that, there's also
PitchBook, of course.
PitchBook, that's right. You've got fantastic treasure trove of private markets data, analysis, and then on top of all that, Sustainalytics, which has dedicated research into ESG specifically, one of the early leads into that area. And even with the rollback we've seen in the US, the fact is when you get changes in the law, companies have to abide by that. And this gives you an edge in understanding what that's going to mean.
So given your role, it'd be crazy for me not to ask, where should investors be focusing their efforts at this moment in time?
One word, diversification. So this is a period of high uncertainty. We'll unpack this more at the presentation I'm going to give at the event on Wednesday. But in order to deal with high uncertainty, you need to have an array of different types of investments which can perform in different scenarios, and ones that you've picked which also price to give you a good return. So that's the key thing in a world where everyone's chasing two things, either crypto or AI. People's bets are very narrow, and the circumstances could change very quickly to their detriment. So you need diversification to smooth that and to achieve your financial goals.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. Had a lovely lunch with Mike Coop from Morningstar. The total bill was 321 dirhams, which excludes an optional service tax. My set lunch was 99 dirhams. When you add the Cokes and the mineral water, sure, you can get to maybe about 150, 175 dirhams per head. Given the quality of the steak, I would highly recommend this. So it is a buy recommendation. The one thing I'd say though is you cannot book ahead, you just rock up. The occupancy today was around 70%, so it does seem to get pretty busy, particularly at lunchtime. So if you're in the DIFC, I would highly recommend Rollies. And as always, this has been paid for by myself so that I can remain totally unbiased with these reviews. See you next time.